Hey, honey?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, everybody, and welcome to an episode of the Geeky Grind. No, I did not lose a bet. I did not develop any, life-threatening illnesses. No, I just came home from work, and it was way too hot to have a whole mop of hair. So I just grabbed my beard trimmer and I just full metal jacketed it. And said, hey, you got old, you've lost a good 80 pounds worth of weight, so let's try seeing if this can be a look again. We're back down to my pre-college weight, so, might as well have the pre-college haircut, because I did shave this all off before I started many years ago at Umpy and let it grow out over the summer, and it looked decent by then. So I'm thinking, stay cool for the summer, let it grow out once the temperatures in New Orleans come down. But you're not really here for an update on my haircut. You're here for an update on what I'm doing in nerd stuff. Last week I was supposed to have a Geeky Grind come out, and I understand that that didn't happen. Me and Laura went camping. She was going to go explore the state park up in Springfield, Louisiana, while I went to Baton Rouge for the day to play in the tournament. But I forgot my suitcase. So, big life lesson is, when you're going to a tournament overnight, make sure you bring your suitcase. But I was a little upset about it and needed a week just to be able to process it and understand, sometimes you have those setbacks. And I had one of those setbacks again yesterday. I tried to get the Leviathan Boxset for pre-release, and by the time that I was actually able to get on the website and make the order, well, because I tried getting on during my break at lunch, but I was going to have an hour wait time, only got a half hour for lunch, so wasn't able to do that. Then I tried, as soon as I got out of work, I brought the website up while I was waiting for the bus to come home, and as soon as it let me into the website, they're all sold out. There was a 5-hour window, and within about 4.5 hours, the US web store was out. Luckily, went into Warhammer Riverbend, talked to Chris. Chris said, hey, yeah, you only had that window, you should have gave me a call, could have pre-ordered it, but they are going to have some in stock on the 24th. Sadly, I've got to work again because I was going to go over to Bad Wolf and I was going to play in their release day tournament. But work. It's one of those things. You gotta make the money. So not gonna be able to go to that. But Laura's agreed that she's going to go down and pick up my Leviathan box set on the 24th for me. So it works out. So after those two setbacks, I went and bought the wrong starter set. I bought an Elite Edition. And it's actually kind of funny because in the Elite Edition, I'm saving up everything. You've seen the Box of Shame. So the Necron units, the Scarabs, the Warriors, and these Destroyers, and the Overlord from this box. Let's show the backside. So they're all, yeah. I can't see you, but you can see the back of the box. But so I've got, I got my Destroyers and my Overlord and the Warriors and the Scarabs. All those went into the Box of Shame, so we got a little bit more points for the January birthday. Happy birthday to me. Can I paint an entire army of Warhammer minis in a day video? So that stuff is, the Necron army is growing. It is growing and ready to be reassembled and reanimation protocols to kick in. as soon as the Imperial magazine gets done running. But the thing is, my armies, I know once I get a little more extra time, I got a little more extra time this week. I got a few days off in a row, so I'm going to be able to record. And what I want to do is I want to go through the indexes that we've gotten so far with my armies. A couple weeks ago, I sat down, I went and made videos going through all of my armies, talking about what I've got for units, what they're equipped with. I've got those master lists saved in Battlescribe on the PC here. It's in the thing that I'm using to record everything right now. So I can actually, instead of going through the day sheets one at a time, I'm just going to go through the day sheets that matter for my army. And I realized I am severely lacking on captain data slates. I got like, I think I got like 4 of the Indominus lieutenants. No, I got 3 of the Indominus lieutenants. But the only captains I have are named characters. I've got Captain Lysander, I've got Tor Garadon, I've got Petro Cantor. I know he's not a captain, he's a chapter master. I've got those. I've got High Marshal Helbrick. So many of my HQ choices are named characters that really only have like 4. Yeah, because I've got 4 lieutenants. I got another dude that I can run with a plasma pistol and a power sword. He's supposed to be a Primaris captain, but he's locked only to the Ultramarines. But I got him painted up as Imperial Fist, so I can run him as a lieutenant, or I can just get somebody to be like, let me play him as a captain. He just doesn't have the shield. I think if I can actually get a, if I could actually get another one of these captains pretty cheap off of eBay, I'll probably cut the fist that's holding on, the glove that's holding on to the shield, and just glue that shield onto the back of my current captain. Let's decorate him up a little cooler. But so yeah, I needed some more captains, and I needed some more Outriders. All right, try to get, so you got me and my toy in the shot. These are my favorite of all the new Indominus 9th edition kits. I love the Outriders. They do everything I want to do. They've got good movement. They can get across the board. They've got good shooting, and they've got incredible melee. But it's been updated for the new edition, so little touch or go there. But I've got 3 that are painted up as Crimson Fist. I got 6 that are going to get painted up as Imperial Fist. Definitely leads me to the whole thing of I'm going to need to definitely up my Imperial Fist game. The Crimson Fist, I think that army's pretty well set how I want it to be, but I miss painting my boys in yellow. So, got that box set. Plans for the Assault Intercessors in it. So, Combat Patrol is probably going to become like one of the easiest pickup things of games to play, where you can just show up to a shop with a Combat Patrol and get some games in. So, my plan is, because the Imperial Fist and the Crimson Fist have all gotten their Space Marine Primaris love. The Death Watch and the Black Templars need to get some love. So I'm saving those 5 Primaris Intercessors. I got them right here, still on the sprue. Putting this over onto my work shelves. I plan to get my hands on a copy of the Black Templar Combat Patrol, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to kit bash those Assault Intercessors along with the 5 Primaris Intercessors that come in that kit, the spare 5, and basically make a kit bash converted Crusader Squad, Primaris Crusader Squad for the for the Black Templars. And I'm probably going to really like go in and get the primary scale character upgrades for all that, and get my Black Templars to be like actually on the table, ready to go. You know, Primaris-ified new models. Depending on what we get out of, I know the Leviathan box set looks like 10th edition Space Marine starters are going to be a lot of Terminator armor, which is going to be good for Black Templars. I don't know where it really fits with the Death Watch. I think there might be a thing of I think there might be a thing for a while of just basically being like, all right, we're gonna make some Templar stuff. I do know that because I've got Lysander and I've got my Chaplain in Terminator armor for Imperial Fist and Crimson Fist, respectively. I know that I'm going to need some Terminator minis in order to put those into those armies, so that way I have the leaders and the units that they go into incorporated. But after that, I think a lot of those are going to end up being like Death Watch. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Leviathan box set, do it up as Black Templars, and I'm going to get whatever new version of the Elite Edition starter set is. I'll probably get a couple of those and some of the recruit editions and slot those into the Fist, into the Crimson and the Imperials, and just basically be like, okay, I got all these armies, and then it's just like nids all over the place. I think I did the point count. Actually, if Editor Fen will do us a favor and make a cut here. Yeah, so I have 2,555 current using 9th edition points worth of Tyranids. So there's a good chance if I'm buying Leviathan set and a bunch of starters for 10th edition, that's probably going to be closer to 3,000 points. And I don't have a table big enough to do a 3,000 point game, but it will be awesome and epic just to be like, all right, I got 3,000 points worth of nids to be like, hey guys, check it out. I can do 3,000 points worth of nids, and I think at that point, I would definitely be like, okay, we need to stop. We need to stop with nids. But I'm super hyped. I'm super hyped that the new edition is coming. I know I wasn't able to get my hands on it, and I wasn't able to get to play some last ditch 9th edition tournaments. So it's all good. It's all good. Was one yesterday on the 10th. Wasn't able to get that day off either, but hopefully in the future. I just gotta make sure that I keep an eye out and try to basically be like a couple months in advance. As far as I know their tournament's going to be, I need to be like, hey, can I get this weekend off? Or at least get this Saturday off and just put me on Sunday. But it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. 10th edition, I'm really looking forward to it because I want to play the combat patrols. I want to, I got this nice small Warhammer army case. Now I gotta hold everything in front of my face so you can see it. So I got the tiny one. That's perfect for holding a couple of combat patrols in. I got the medium-sized one. If I gotta bring combat patrols, I got the vehicles. So, man, just pickup games are gonna be so much fun. Just being like, hey, look, I want to play a game of 40k, but I don't want to spend the next 3 hours playing this one game. Combat patrol. And more kill team, more combat patrol. I think I'm really going to be an advocate for that in the local places. But definitely gonna have some fun with this new edition. And I know you're probably looking for me to be talking more about the rules and stuff. And like I said, I want to dive into that over the next couple of weeks. I'll probably try to be able to put out some bonus episodes just to be able to get caught up, because as the data slates, as the cards come out, the indexes get slow rolled to us. Definitely be able to be like, hey, look, this is how my army's changed, and this is the units that I think I need for this army now, because, well, I had the units or I had the leaders and I didn't have the stuff to be able to pair them up. Now I really want to be able to pair them up, make sure that I have a well-rounded force. And that's the advice that I actually have for everyone out there right now. You know, people are wondering, like, what should I get? What should I not get? I think as your index comes out for your army, take a look at the kind of units you have, both as leaders, and as troops, and see what combos you want to have, because that's what you want right now. I mean, we're not going to know the points for like another week, and you know, not going to be able to really start building actual lists and go, okay, this is 2,000 points. This is what I've got. I think if you're going to do anything right now, and it's what I'm doing, it's why I've bought Tech Marine, painted him up as Imperial Fist, so I've got Tech Marine for all my nice Imperial Fist vehicles. I know I'm probably going to need another one for my Crimson Fist. I'm going to need another one for the Black Templars. The army I have that doesn't rely on a lot of vehicles is Death Watch, because I was playing their Army of Renown. So you only brought dedicated transports, but I didn't have the dedicated transports for it. So I know I'm at a point where I've got a lot of models to be able to play games, and I really need to start going like, okay, I got all my troops, I got all my infantry. Let's start looking at the big boys. Let's start looking at the transports, the super heavy walkers. You know, it's a beautiful time to reach, like, you know, I started in like 2018 before, like, so I started Warhammer in like halfway through 8th edition, like the last year, pretty much almost the last year of 8th edition. Cause yeah, it was 2019 when I started actually playing. So I started a year into, a year left of 9th edition. So this is gonna be my 2nd edition change. I've collected Imperium magazine, and I bought all the starter sets. So I have the troops. It's time to build some tanks. And man, I will say one thing about what I've looked at out of the index for Space Marines: the drop pod rule of not counting towards the drop pod and the units inside of it, not counting towards the maximum number of reserve units you can have, has really made me rethink my in the fact that any unit can basically go inside of a drop pod as long as it doesn't have jetpacks, or is a biker, or a bunch of stuff like that. So I'm like, so if I was to retool the Death Watch to be like a bunch of bikers and then like a ton of drop pods, I could basically sit there and be like, alright, you better move pretty far, because I'm going to drop. It's like I got my little army, and I'll run my bikes out, and then I'll, you know, I can put some of my infiltrator, get some infiltrators for the army. Definitely want to get some of those, and then some drop pods, and then just basically be like, forward deploy, give myself a good screen of like, I want my drop pod to go here. So I've got forward deploy dudes zoning out where the drop pod's coming down, and I got an idea for it. I really want to have like my Death Watch be this kind of thing of like, all right, boys, got the ground troops, first waves in. All right, clear the drop zone, lay down cover fire. Bikers, get up front. I have a whole dream for how I want to play my Death Watch army. I want my Death Watch army to really definitely be that army. I want my Black Templars to be the whole thing of like, we're just driving trucks. I want them to be my Dukes of Hazzard army, just driving them big old trucks and just yeeting across the battlefield, dropping dudes down, and just dudes just running out of vehicles and just swinging and killing at everything. I want my Imperial Fist to be my big heavy guns, and I want my Crimson Fist to be my dudes with bolters. Like bolter, 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 bolter. Will just be Crimson Fist. Just shots. Shots, 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 shots. Alright. Well, I've been rambling for almost 20 minutes, and yeah, I'm just going to get back to work, building 2 more Outriders, and then firing up the airbrush, getting these things primed, getting them painted, and getting some more gray plastic off of the painting table. I have nothing more to say other than I'll see you next week, and peace.